Hey everybody, this is Mr. Walsh, and in this video we're going to go over how to get, or what kind of information we can get from Lewis structures. And so hopefully by now you should be able to draw Lewis structure, and now we're going to move forward with that. I have 4 examples here, okay? And we're going to ask the same question for all 4 examples. So here, the question that I could ask that I didn't is, what's the name of this? So in order to find the name, we should first determine the formula. So what's the formula? This is PBr3, and the name of that is phosphorus tribromide. Okay, so that's something that you can do based on the Lewis structure. The next thing says, what does the central atom have non-bonding electrons? So if we look here, this is the central atom, and are there dots around the central atom? The question is yes, or the answer to that question is yes. These are non-bonding electrons. Okay, non-bonding, and the lines are bonding. And then the question asks only about the central atom. That's going to be the place that we are most concerned with moving forward. Okay. Now, do the bonds connect 2 different elements? So what we're doing is we're looking. Let's just pick this bond here. Okay. So we're looking at each side of the element. Does this bond 2 different elements? So is this an element, and is this one different from these? So is this different from that? So that answer is yes. Okay. So now, around the central atom, how many bonding pairs are there, or how many bonds are there? So I count 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then we already determined that this is the non-bonding electrons. So how many pairs of non-bonding electrons are there? There's 1 pair. Remember, a pair is 2. So now we'll do this one here. The formula of the compound is SO2, SO2, and again we can name this sulfur dioxide. Okay, does the central atom have non-bonding electrons? So is there dots around this? Yes. Do the bonds connect 2 different elements? So if we look here, on each, so on here, there's sulfur on one side, oxygen on the other, so that's yes. How many bonds are there? Now a double bond or a triple bond here counts as just 1 bond. Even though it's a double bond, we're only going to count that as 1 bond. It's like 1 bond that has 4 electrons in it. Or if we had, like, let's say a triple bond, that would be 1 bond with 6 electrons in it. Okay, but even though it looks like it's 2 bonds, it's just 1 bond. Okay, so that's 1, 2, so there are 2 bonds. And then how many pairs of non-bonding electrons? So remember, a pair is 2, so that's good. So we can do the same thing with this. This is CH4. This has a special name. This is methane. It's natural gas. Okay. Does the central atom have non-bonding electrons? No. Here's an instance where that's no. Do the bonds connect 2 different elements? So we have C on one side, H on the other, so that's yes. Okay, in a lot of cases, the answer to this question, or a question like it, is going to be yes. Okay, so how many bonds are there? 4. How many pairs of non-bonding electrons? 0. And what is the formula of the compound? This is O3, and this has a special name too, which you wouldn't have to know, but it is ozone. Okay, does the central atom have non-bonding electrons? Yes. Do the bonds connect 2 different elements? No, in this case. Okay. How many bonds are there? Okay, so there's 1, 2. Remember, this just counts as 1 bond. So there's 2 bonds. How many pairs of non-bonding electrons? This is 1. Okay, so this is the beginning of kind of the information that we can gather from the Lewis structure, and then from there we're going to use that information to come up with even more interesting stuff. Okay, everybody, have a great day.